So I write books, and this is my 5th book, so I'm writing my 6th book at the moment. But even before that, the more I think about writing, the more I think that the main thing about it is that it is a tool for self-inventory and self-exploration. And that's what it offers us. It can be an ally to us so that we can have a relationship with ourselves on the page, so that we can use the page to have a relationship with ourselves, to get to know ourselves better. And one of the reasons why I think this is so important is because we want to get right away from the idea that there's a specific way to write. We might have picked up from school, we might have been criticised for some of our creative desires. Don't worry about any of that. We're getting all away from that. So when I do this writing, I'm never trying to make it good. I'm not trying to use interesting words. I'm just trying to use it as a way to communicate with myself. I love the privacy of it. I love the safeness of it. I like the creativity of it. I really enjoy, use a computer for a lot of my writing, but I also love using paper and pens. The tactile nature of it feels really nice. Do often do it from the sofa, maybe even with a blanket if I'm feeling blue. Warm drink, that also feels nice. That all feels like it's things helping me, things supporting me. So I think also it really helps with emotional regulation. So if I write down about, why I'm feeling miserable, or use the page to work out why I'm feeling miserable, it kind of takes the edge off it a bit, makes me a bit nicer in real life. Sometimes I do think that most of what I write in my notebook is kind of moaning and complaining, but you know what? I write it down for me, and then it sort of dissipates it a bit somehow. So I think that's a good thing. Now, I thought I would tell you about 3 specific things that I do. So the first one is, I do like writing first thing in the morning. I like that kind of slightly dreamy, spacey feeling, and making the most of that. So I have a writing prompt, which I use a lot, which is last night I dreamt. And I start off with that, and then if I've had a dream, I write it down. But I quite like using that prompt even if I haven't had a dream. And then I write for something like 5 minutes-ish, more if I feel like it. I mean, it could be less. If I just, I can write a few sentences in 2 minutes. I tend to go for what time I've got. I find with all of this that the smaller, rather than having a big operation about it, just have a small, modest achievement, and that tends to work. So that's the first one. Just have a writing prompt, write for 5 minutes or so first thing every day. Next one, I've been doing this so far this year, and I really like it. So I write down, today I am feeling, then I just write down 3 words, 3 emotional words. And then I write down, today I would like to feel. And then I write the words that I would like to feel. So I'm doing it in a little book, and I thought I'd show you. It's a tiny little book. It's just this size. It's a little sketchbook, because I always like the idea of doing art, and I don't do art, but I've started buying art supplies, writing into them, hoping it will encourage me. So let's just open it at random. Oh, it says, today I'm feeling tired, yawny, old. Today I would like to feel energetic, lively, capable. It's going very well so far. I find that just writing down today I would like to feel, it's just a little shift. It does seem that I'm inviting them into my day. This one says, today I am feeling okay. Today I would like to feel happy, grateful, curious, excited. So I'm really enjoying doing that. It's really quick. I think you can do it first thing. Also, I've been doing it if during the day I feel a bit miserable or on edge. I've just started doing it as a quick thing. Like, today I'm feeling, and then I just write down the 3 words. And then I would like to feel, and then I write down a different 3 words. And then I feel like I'm kind of maybe bringing a bit of that in for the texture of the rest of my day, that I don't have to be stuck having a bad day, that I can change it even as I'm going through it. And then the last thing is, I also, as well as writing prose and sentences, I really like using mind maps. And I quite often, so for example, I'll do a quick gratitude mind map. So I'll just write in the middle of the page, I am grateful for, and then I'll just spin out from it, writing little things. Sometimes if I'm feeling a bit grumpy and reluctant about my jobs list, I find that if I mind map it rather than list it, again, I just feel a bit more playful about it. I could ask myself a question, why am I in a bad mood? And again, mind map out from it. I'd often use it as if I want to explore something or think about a particular subject, I might put it down. I'll show you when I was thinking about what I was going to say to you. I made a little mind map for it. So my little self-care mind map. So those are my things. What I do try to do is take pleasure and enjoyment from it. I like to see, as I said, I don't do it to try and do good writing, but I do take joy in my notebook filling up. And I thought I would show you, like, sometimes as well I write in these columns. So this is just a quick little exercise I did. I've just written on the top, less of, and on the other column, more of. And I was just thinking in my life, so I've written down less of, worry, fretting, jealousy, compare and despair, meanness to myself. More of, joy, curiosity, wonder, something I can't read, friends and friendship, writing, laughter. That feels like a nice thing, doesn't it? Again, that took me like a couple of minutes and it felt really good to do. So I like seeing look, this is another mind map I made of when I was teaching a class. I find it a really nice way to start off with an idea. And there's just something playful and nice about it. And also, don't hold back if you want to doodle, because that's really nice as well. And I take a lot of satisfaction of my notebook filling up. And also, I take pleasure in having another one lined up. I am quite fond of stationery. You don't have to have fancy notebooks or anything. But I do find it, I like the colours, it cheers me up. I like having nice stationery. Maybe a more evolved version of me in the future doesn't need any of that. And I'm just writing on, you know, A4 paper. But for now, I'm giving myself the gift of nice books to write on. I hope that was helpful to you. And what I do come back to all the time is that the more we do that with writing, the more that we feel that writing is this friend, and it can be a sanctuary to us, and it can be a really safe area in which we can be our full selves. So don't try and be your best self on the page, just try and be your most self, your full self. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that served you.